Morning! Thought I'd get a chance to come to you from the snow. I don't know whether you've got snow where you are. I don't know if you can even see. A wee bit, well, not much. It's quite wet. I don't think it will be here for very long, to be quite honest. There's rain due later on. I missed the thunder snow storm last night. Don't know if anybody else heard it. Leave me a comment, say yes if you did. The lightning and thunderstorm, very unusual apparently, when it's snowing. Anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about. What I'm here to talk about is the UCAS process and a few changes that I've heard of, which you may already know of from Glasgow School of Art. I had a parent last night messaging me just about what happens. She works in education actually, in a university, so she's kind of a little bit familiar with some of the processes that happen for students. But the art and design admissions process is quite different from other academic subjects. So I'm just very quickly going to tell you about what happens. So at the moment you will hopefully be completing your UCAS statement. Okay, and when that's done, your schools will be asking for it fairly soon. This student, her school's asking for it next week, because the teachers want to write their reference. Okay, so you need to have completed your statement before the teachers get a look at it to write their reference for you, and then it gets forwarded to UCAS. Okay, so UCAS act as a kind of third party in that UCAS then send all the applications to the colleges on your behalf, the universities on your behalf, and then you will receive notification through UCAS Track, as I understand it. This is what students have told me, having never done this process, because I applied through a different system because I'm old. It was ADAR then, the Art and Design Admissions Registry. So apparently you get a message that comes through UCAS Track and it tells you, we're very happy to receive your application. Please can you forward your digital portfolio by a certain date, and any other requirements that they might be asking for. So this student's parent was saying to me, if she applies next week, if she sends a form in next week, will she be asked for a digital portfolio, in 2 weeks' time, which she was kind of not wanting to happen. And this can happen, I think, more likely if you're applying to colleges, universities in England. I've worked with students who have made applications in England, they've applied, and then fairly swiftly they've had an invitation to submit a digital portfolio. But certainly in Scotland, the deadlines are set out already. So Glasgow's is now the 29th of January. It usually is about the 21st. It's starting to rain now, but they have changed it along with a few other changes to really just take into account how lockdown has impacted students. There's a change on the number of pieces of work that they're asking for. So if you're applying for a course that's been asked for 25 pieces, they're only now asking 20. Okay, if you're that you're writing a 500-word statement as well for Glasgow, they're asking you to address any problems, issues, things that have held you back, and how the work's been completed. So, if you've got any questions about this, let me know. You may already have received an email from Glasgow. That's where I got my information from yesterday. If you haven't, leave me a message in the comments and I'll send you the details that I have from Glasgow School of Art. So that new deadline is the 29th of January. Edinburgh's is the 31st, Dundee's is the 31st of January and Edinburgh's is the 27th of January at noon. Okay, very specific. So even if you submit your UCAS statement now, in Scotland, you still have until these deadlines. Don't know about Grays yet. I've not heard anything about the systems and processes at Grays. Other colleges are different. If you're applying to Napier, if you're applying to Queen Margaret, the Royal Conservatoire, you really need to get this information, before you submit your form, because you don't want to be submitting it thinking you've got till January time, but then suddenly you get an invitation to send you a digital portfolio. Okay, so that's how it works. So UCAS will get in touch with you, invite you to submit your digital portfolio to the colleges, and you then upload either to the college's portal. They'll have a place where you can log into their portal. You'll get login details, upload your images, either one at a time, or maybe they've asked for a PDF. Some places, not in Scotland, but some of the English institutions ask for you to put your work on a file sharing platform. So some say Tumblr specifically, some talk more about, just somewhere where they can access the files. Basically, they don't want to be downloading them to their systems because it can clog up. Lots of big image files can be quite unwieldy. Wieldy. Okay, so hopefully that helps. If you've got any other questions about the application process, or if you need, if you need information about Glasgow's process, how they've changed it, what you need to be doing, then leave a comment in the bottom of the video here. I'll get back to you. It's Friday. What can you do today that will, really push your portfolio forwards? You've probably not got very long until the Easter. What planet am I on? The Christmas holidays. So what can you be doing in the next 2-3 weeks to really push that portfolio forwards and to really kind of finish up for Christmas feeling kind of confident and not too stressed over the holiday that you've got a lot of work to do? Because before we know it, 15th of January will be here, which is the UCAS deadline, and portfolios will be just around the corner. So hope you have a good day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.